Hey, what's up, everyone? It's Rich. All right, welcome to the first three. Today, I thought we would look at the first 3 pages of X-Men number 4, which introduces supervillain Omega Red. And as always, the goal is to look at the first 3 pages of introduction to a character and basically just see how they handle it, what kind of information that they give you, how compelling is it? How excited are you when you get that first sort of taste of a character? And what does it suggest? Is there already an established feud? Is there some sort of backstory that immediately ties in with either what's currently going on with the characters, or maybe a reference to the past, or even the future? So it's a pretty interesting subject with a lot of characters to explore and a lot of first threes. So let's hit this. So X-Men number 4, Omega Red. The first thing that we will always do is we're going to look at the cover of the comic, no matter if the character only appears on the last page of the book. I think it's important to look at the cover to just see if there's any indication that this new character and plot point has any sort of suggestion on the cover. What we've seen is sometimes the last few have been full shots of the character, like a full reveal. In this one, what we get is we get the costumed hand, the glove, the symbol. Clearly, he's got some sort of maybe metallic tentacles that he's able to utilize. And he doesn't seem like he's good friends with Wolverine, Gambit, or Jubilee. So we will see if that is accurate when we look at the first three. And, look, some are going to be very soft intros. Some will be hard. And you never know what it's going to be. But I think, for anyone that wants to write and draw their own stories, it's important to look at how these comics handle these moments, because it's first impressions, So very cool cover. Wolverine looks cool. Gambit looks cool. Jubilee looks cool. So here we go. The South Pacific. On geologic maps, this volcanic isle is listed as dormant and of little interest. And we got a nice down shot of the island. As is often the case, appearances can be deceiving. The core of this hollow mountain is hot indeed. Ready? Proceed. So we've got basically a sort of shadowed figure in what looks like some sort of high-tech chamber. There's some steam coming off of here, which maybe lead me to believe this thing is firing up or powering up. And you've got these maybe like ninjas or some sort of, not really cloaked figures, but these are all part of a group. They all have similar costumes, all similar coloring, and looks like maybe someone in a robot suit here saying ready and proceed. So next is a laying of hands. In many cultures, a ritual connected with the general process of healing. So now what we sort of are informed is this could be some sort of a resurrection or healing process that these guys are performing on him. Their hands are all over the body, and this guy almost has kind of mummy type sort of looks to him. And next we see there's nothing gentle in what here unfolds. 20 men die in as many seconds. So all of a sudden you see these guys literally look like they're incinerating. I don't know if initially they were sort of skeletal type figures, but whatever they did or whatever is going on here is killing all these guys. This guy is clearly very, very powerful. And is their fate any less horrible that it was by their own choosing? So these guys have all sacrificed themselves to resurrect this guy or heal him. And that is pretty gruesome. 20 men die. That one may find a new purchase on life. So now he's sort of stumbling to, and his body was still pretty buff, I was gonna say, but yeah, it's very, very musculature build on this guy. So all systems show nominal, better than we'd hoped. In fact, his life functions are stable. The mutant death factor seems well within tolerable. Wait, is that no? So my impression of this panel is that although they wanted to bring this guy back, they maybe didn't realize exactly who they were bringing back, and then they recognize him. So these guys might not be in on the whole scenario here, because that's a weird thing. I mean, clearly, if you were going to bring someone back from the brink of death or death, you would think that there would be sort of a motive behind it. So let's see what goes on. 5 men die suddenly, horribly, and not at all by their own choosing. So now these like sort of protected scientists or whatever, they all seem to be being affected and killed by this character. So Omega Red clearly is quite strong. I live, and he's like even more like kind of physically, I think, getting control. Who has brought me back from the dark domain of death? Who has summoned Omega Red? And you can see these sort of astronauted suited scientists are completely wasted like those other guys are. Although not in exactly the same way. They didn't sort of incinerate, but close. I have my Russian friend, but do not search your memory for any trace of my face. You do not know me, but I believe you know this face. And he shows him a photo of Logan. So it's pretty good. It sets up that one, this guy is extremely powerful, either by his own choosing or just being around him is incredibly dangerous. He's got some sort of possibly rivalry with Logan, because he doesn't look thrilled to see him. And we've got this character that, based just on the first few pages, we don't know who this is, but clearly he's maybe like a wealthy sort of rich guy or something that has funded this project to probably take care of his nemesis with someone that he knew was already not in good favor with Logan. So let's see what we got here. This is the third page. Logan. Echoes fade quickly in the chamber of death. So this is referring to the page before. But the fury burns undismissed, as almost as far away as the curvature of the world will allow in Westchester County, New York. The focus of that fury is considerably less than happy. Gambit. One of these days you're going to push your luck too far, boy. And you, friend Logan, are going to explode if you do not learn to relax, no? Yeah, lighten up, Wolvie. It's only a game. Then let's play the game, Jubilee. You have the ball. Do you plan to do anything with it? Sure, how's this? Très bien, chérie. As you say, Rogue, it's our ball. So, yeah, it was kind of interesting. Omega Red is really, really cool looking. I think that they established a decent amount of information in these pages. I mean, they really did it in 2 with a little bit of a carryover. He's back from the dead, which is pretty insane. He's super powerful, and apparently doesn't like Wolverine and or Logan, and this guy is probably going to set something up. They do meet up later in the book, but it's actually quite a ways in the book. Books used to be longer when they would do these, so the comic, I don't believe, was 20 interior pages. It was either 22 or 24. So there's quite a bit of story, but then towards the end, Logan and Omega Red do meet up. I won't cover that, but yeah, so that was the introduction of Omega Red. Are you a fan of the character? I honestly never really followed the X-Men, so I don't know how far into current day storylines Omega Red ever carried over. This was a little before my time, and I bought the back issues really just because being a fan of Jim Lee and working at Wildstorm, I was kind of trying to check out the history of things. But yeah, the X-Men is a lot to get into, especially when you're busy and working as a professional. So I never really was I don't want to say wasn't a fan. What I mean is I was never able to really probably experience the book like a fan would. I probably read more of the Uncanny X-Men issues than this series. So, all right, cool. Have a great day. I hope that was interesting. Next up, I'm actually going to do X-23. And that is, I believe her first appearance was in NYX number 3. And yeah, it should be good. All right, have a great day. Smash the like, share this if you can, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.